Now, people, there are many excuses why people are still celebrating Christmas. Even Christians who know the truth sometimes have these excuses. You give honor to the child sacrificing idol called Saturn when you celebrate Christmas. The two most common excuses I hear from people who still want to celebrate Christmas are: one, we don't celebrate Christmas as such because we know what it's all about, but we still have the Christmas lunch for our family at our house on Christmas Day. Because we work so hard during the year, and it's just a time that we can rest and spend some time with the family. Now guys, if you take part in something, you condone it in the spirit. We cannot use this excuse. If you have a Christmas lunch on Christmas Day, you are taking part in the pagan festival called Saturnalia, which is in honor of the Roman god of child sacrifices called Saturn. Saturn is always depicted as an old man with a long white beard, just like Father Christmas, with a baby in his hands, and he is usually busy eating that baby and with a sickle in his hands. And if we look at Father Christmas, he is a spot-on exact representation of Saturn. Ephesians 5 verse 11. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. People, we are not supposed to take part in the celebrations and festivals of darkness. We have to expose them. Verse 12. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. The second most common excuse I hear is parents who say, yes, but I have to buy presents for my children because they are used to getting presents on Christmas. And what am I now going to tell my children because they expect now to get something for Christmas? People, rather tell your child the truth now before your child gets misled and deceived, and you are the one that's going to stand in front of God alone, and you are going to have to explain to God what you did with the child that He blessed you with. God is not going to want to hear about these excuses. God gave you that child to bring that child up for Him. And you are the parent. You make the decisions in your home, not the other way around. What you say goes. If your children decide what happens in your house and how things are done in your house, and they dictate to you how it should be, then there's a big problem in your house. The godly order in that house is totally out. And that is another demonic spirit which rules over your family in your house. Our children must grow up in God's truths. We cannot compromise God's truths because you are scared about what your children are now going to think or say. And people, just the same as you cannot have a Christmas lunch on the 25th of December and then say you are not taking part in Christmas, just the same, you cannot keep on buying Christmas presents for your children and then think that you are not taking part in Christmas. Your children will one day thank you because you taught them the truth. We cannot compromise when it comes to God's truths and God's word. When we take part in the Christmas celebrations and we honor Satan by doing that, we dishonor Jesus. Christmas is a religious holiday. We as born-again believers are not religious. Religion is a demon spirit. It's the spirit of religion. And the celebration of Christmas is also a tradition. It's the tradition of Christmas. And tradition is also a demonic spirit. It's the spirit of tradition. It is these same two spirits that cause people to be caught up in false religions. And what is Christmas? It's a false religion. It's the same as the Chinese New Year, or the Eid festival, or the Holy Festival, or the Diwali festival. All these festivals that are celebrated by these false religions. Christmas is exactly the same thing, because Christmas is the celebration of a pagan festival. No religious festival ever had anything to do with Jesus.